Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to make the Queen of Hearts wreath. You're going to need a 14-inch wreath frame, and the tools you will need are a ruler, scissors, and a hot glue gun. So the next items that you will need are these large heart picks from the Dollar Tree, this small decorative frame, also Dollar Tree, and then some decorative mesh. It's completely your preference on how fluffy you want it to be. I did not end up using all of this, but I wanted to be safe, so I picked up more. And then you're going to want some accent ribbon. This was also Dollar Tree. And then some smaller accent ribbon. The hearts were from Dollar Tree, and then the checkered pattern was from Hobby Lobby. And then you're going to want to pick up a pack of cards or use some old cards that you don't mind hot gluing down, and then some pipe cleaners, and I do recommend getting the same color as your mesh. If you don't have it, you can go ahead and use what you have. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get out your pipe cleaners. The wreath has 6 sections on it, and I'm going to be making 30 bundles and putting 5 in each section. It's completely up to you how many you want to put in there, but for this video I am putting 30, so all I'm doing here is cutting the pipe cleaners in half to make 30 pieces. So the next thing you're going to want to do is to cut your mesh into bundles. Here I have a pattern of red, white, red, and then I will have 15 of those, and then I will have a pattern of white, red, white, and then 15 of those. And here I'm just cutting between 5 and 6 inches. The first few that I did were about 4 inches, and I did not like how they spiraled. They weren't fluffy enough, so the longer your cut is, the fluffier it will be when you roll it. I could have definitely gone 6 to 7 inches and been fine, but I wanted to make sure I had enough. So here is the white, red, white pattern, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just cut 15 of those. So the next thing you're going to want to do is cut your accent ribbon, and I went ahead and cut these at 9 inches, and then I fold in half lengthwise and then in half widthwise, and then this is where I cut the little tail. And how I do this is I cut a diagonal cut from the open end to the closed end. So if you just remember open to close, it's an easy way to remember. If you cut it the opposite way, you will have 1 point instead of 2. So I just did 15 of those, and then in the background you can see that I also cut the smaller accent ribbon, and I just cut those at 6 inches a piece, and I did 15 of each of those patterns. And then so here we go again, open to close, and we have the tail. So the next thing you're going to want to do is assemble your bundles. Here I'm working with the white, red, white pattern. You're going to take your pipe cleaner and bend it in a U shape, and then roll your mesh diagonally until it makes a tube. And then do the same with each one, and then just stack them in between your pointer and your middle finger, or whatever fingers that you prefer. And then you put in your decorative ribbon, take the pipe cleaner and slide it over the top of your fingers, bend in half, and then twist. I twist about 2 to 3 times. So for the red, white, red bundles, the process is exactly the same. The only difference is I stacked the big heart decorative ribbon with the checkered smaller ribbon on top. And here I'm just demonstrating doing it again. And keep in mind that the smaller your cuts are, like this piece, the smaller the tube is going to be. And like I said, I definitely could have gone with longer cuts. However, I just wanted to make sure I had enough pieces. But I will show later on in the video how I fix the fluffiness factor. And once you find your groove, you can get these knocked out fast. I just went ahead and sat at my dining room table and watched a marathon of This Is Us, and it helped pass the time really fast. And here I'm just showing you what the red, white, red pattern with the big accent ribbon and the smaller accent ribbon looks like, and I'm kind of just like fluffing it out. So the next thing you're going to want to do is attach your bundles to the wreath. And so you can kind of see I've already done that on one side, but you're going to start with one of your bundles, it doesn't matter which one, and then taking the pipe cleaners, you're going to wrap it around the two middle wires and then twist until it is secure. Once you have it on the wreath, you can kind of fluff it, or you can wait till the end. It really doesn't matter, but I just chose to fluff it a little bit. And then you're going to take the opposite bundle and do the same thing and just attach it to the two inside wires. So here all I'm doing is fluffing, and I'm pretty much taking out or pulling out every other bundle with the big red heart ribbon on it, and I'm pulling those forward and spreading apart the tubes in each one to try to cover up the wire wreath. There is some gaps, and that's fine. I'm going to show you how I covered that up, as well as the purple pipe cleaners, because I did not like how that looks. You could definitely add more bundles to this wreath if you choose. However, I was satisfied with the 30 that I put on, and this is a very busy wreath, so I didn't want to make it too much, if that makes sense. Now I'm just trimming down the Queen of Hearts to get her to fit in the picture frame. And once I got figured out where I wanted to put the frame, all I did was take a pipe cleaner and run it through the top little holes on the frame, as well as the bottom. And then all I did was attach it to the frame of the wreath. All I'm doing right here is pulling those picks apart and hot gluing them down, and I'm trying to glue them on the spots with the purple pipe cleaner or any exposed frame I am just hot gluing those down. And I want to mention that I went ahead and used some extra mesh to go around and kind of weave in and out to cover up some of the exposed frame and the purple pipe cleaners as well. My phone had died during a part of this recording and I did not realize it until it was too late. So I apologize, but that is why there is that kind of bouncy weave going around the wreath. So the last step, I just hot glue in some cards around the wreath in different spots where there is some exposed frame or where I feel it looks proportional, and that's pretty much it. So I will be posting other videos on my channel for this theme. This theme is kind of like an adult Alice in Wonderland kind of theme. I wouldn't say adult, I mean kids can also like it too, but it's just not the cartoon version of Alice in Wonderland, and I wanted to do the Queen of Hearts as my wreath because she is the most bold and sassy character in Alice in Wonderland, so I wanted to feature her and put her in the spotlight instead of Alice. And so yeah, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks.